Alright, thought I'd just record a quick update on the Righteous Fire Chieftain build. I haven't been playing too much Poe the last couple days because Darkest Dungeon came out, but I did play a bit. Got up to level 84. I'm still in Silas I found hardcore. Finished up my Ascendancy, so yeah, I'll just show you where I'm at. 6-link Cloak of Flame drop, so I've been using that, and really it's a pretty good body, so I'm not like super eagerly looking to replace it immediately because I think physical taken as any kind of elemental is a really strong stat line, so I'm pretty happy with this for now. The gear besides that's fairly scuffed. I did pick up a Death Rush, which is nice, but the other stuff is just sort of random rares with life rolls and stuff. So right now we're using a scepter and a shield. The end game weapon for this is definitely going to be a staff, but right now scepter was just fine, and I wanted to use Tempest Shield to be immune to shock before I can craft elemental immunities. So my auras have switched up a little bit. I have actually taken off Purity of Fire. It's not necessary at this point for regen. So actually Vitality has a stronger effect. So Vitality we're still using. Then Arctic Armor so I can't be frozen. Tempest Shield so I can't be shocked, and also it gives you a bit of spell block. And then Malevolence is our damage, since we're doing a lot of fire damage over time. So this is sort of my magic find setup. So I got my gold flask here, and then on the RF I have item rarity support as the 6th link right now. If I were going for damage, if I were going for a little bit more damage, which I don't think I ever actually do, I would put concentrated effect in for my 6th. The other 5 normal, inspiration, burning damage, increased area of effect, elemental focus. But if I was going for a lot more damage, I would put in a staff. I have a 5-link staff in the inventory, and I would probably put the RF in the staff, and I'd put Discharge in the 6th link, because Discharge actually does a whole lot more damage than Righteous Fire, but it doesn't matter because we're just getting some stuff. We're just mapping, just gearing up a little bit. So I don't bother with that unless I'm going to fight a big boss, which I haven't done yet, so it hasn't really been relevant. But I still have Discharge on a 4-link, and this will just pop a rare when you get to it. The other thing that it does is it gets rid of an endurance charge, so that will activate the Chieftain Ascendancy Volcalo, because if you've lost endurance charge in the past 8 seconds, you get 15% more damage, which is good. This is how I finished out the Ascendancies, by the way. These are very normal links, so Ramako, Hinakora, Celio, and Valico. Regen isn't really a problem, although I do think if now that I've taken off Purity, I probably do need to keep Vitality up all the time to make sure that I'm not going to degen. I'll just put it on right now. So just showing the passive tree. So big change here. I've stopped pathing this way and started pathing this way. I think it ends up being a bit more efficient for damage across Discharge and Righteous Fire in the long run. So we do lose Arsonist, which is a great node, but we're able to come through here. We're going to path up to this final endurance charge, and we're also going to take this damage over time here. That's where I'm going to path to next. On that, came up here. This is how we're reserving everything. Got the fire damage nodes, got the life. Yeah. So I'll just put in a map here. So just early yellow maps is all I'm doing right now. It's a little bit juiced. And I'm mostly doing Hamlet because we're getting the essences so we can make better gear. And yeah, so I'll run one now. And I actually just put the Tempest Shield on, so it's going to be leveling up while I do this map. Before this, I still had Purity on, but I realized I didn't need that anymore. I'm sort of avoiding going into Nightmare, which you can probably see because I really don't like going into it in narrow corridors. This build isn't too tanky yet. I only have about 6,000 HP, so I probably will not, since there are some damage mods on here, go much past 50 Nightmare, if even that, just to be safe. I haven't been doing too much with Scourge. I'm just sort of throwing 5 links in there now to see if they 6 link. Later, when we are working on our endgame staff, we'll be putting a bunch of mostly crafted in-game staffs in, because one of the things you can hit on Scourge 3 is +2 to the various elemental gems as a corruption, which is quite strong. So just as I'm running around, I'm casting the Enduring Cry, which is what's keeping my endurance charges up. Not so much because the Enduring Cry is necessarily even hitting something, I don't bother to wait. But because of the Chieftain Ascendancy, it generates 4 endurance charges, 1 per second. I won't bother with the Labyrinth, I'm not farming that with this character. I might do it once I'm a bit stronger, but not really worth it to me at the moment. Obviously I could stockpile the things, but that would require me to care about thinking ahead or something, which doesn't sound like me. I'm self-casting Flammability right now. Obviously it would be an upgrade to get Flammability on hit, which I think I would get through Delve, but I'm not delving right now, so. This build doesn't require too many buttons anyway. Oh, I just assumed that portal was a trial. Not familiar with the map. It's been a minute. So you'll see our DPS is a little bit lacking here on the boss, but I'm too lazy to put concentrated effect on. Gotta love stage bosses. So yep. That is the character update. I'll make another one once it's stronger and we have a bit more in-game gear. Probably once I have the staff made. And yeah, talk to you later.